Okay.
All right. So
Are you coming in close?
I'm gonna announce
I'm getting up in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna announce it, and then I'm gonna try and scoot in,
You
and
gonna
I'll be
scoot in?
taking live videos
Yeah,
from
careful
that.
you don't.
This is so perfectly
shit.
close,
Yeah,
it's
the cord
catching
right
the glistening from my sweat. It's perfect. Perfect. This is 40.
All right, there we go. I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation, and I am addicted to Robitussin. And behind me is my trusted panel of advisors, Gray, Zach, and 5150. And we are interviewing Resonomics. Love y'all for real. Let's get it going.
Love y'all for real.
Oh, indeed. You gotta actually scooch up in.
Yeah. All right.
Because you're not even.
Okay, so, Steve, let's take it away with you.
Okay, so I realized just today I've been out of the music scene for a little while, and Opie has been kind enough to draw me out of retirement. And I realized walking up to this that I have met Resonomics before. We started out around the same time.
Certainly did.
And this dude is making big moves that I learned from before I did. I think he came out a little before, or got hot before.
Yeah, there was a 2007 was quite a year for me, man. My first show was at Mojo's. I was nervous as fuck. I had all these underage kids and shit, and talk about slanging drugs in a parking lot and shit. my fucking family was there, just like yeah. But then in that year I went from that to like opening up for Bubba Sparks and shit at Teasers. Shout out to Dusty for
Awesome.
putting me on that shit. So yeah, and then we did all those shows in Salt Lake in the venue back when that used to exist, and that was cool.
Hell yeah.
Wait, so you did shows at Teasers. So, freaking my aunt and uncle on my Mormon side of my family owns Teasers.
Now?
Yeah, no, they own Teasers. What's the guy's name? Hold on. Bob Watson.
No, wait. So, because there was a little rough patch for Teasers
For real?
back in.
Oh,
yeah.
There was some like money issues.
That company-
Well, I know what I'm saying. So like,
Was that your family?
Yeah, so they went to prison. They went to fucking prison.
Yeah.
So no shit, they went to
Okay,
fucking
so we're all on
prison.
the same page.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you this, like, straight up, because I was like, I know you did shows at Teasers
Yeah.
from like back in the day, from like the Miso Girls and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
hell yeah.
So like, I remember working at the sushi bar, and I remember you coming in a suit and tie and shit. And I'm sitting there rolling sushi. You're like, oh, I got a show tonight. And then like I remember like all the girls rolling out. You head off to the limited Teasers, and I was just like, oh shit, that's my fucking Nat Nichols bar, and I couldn't ever go there.
Yeah.
But like on my side of the family, they always thought like, oh, they like own like a fucking like little nice little shop or whatever. That's what my grandparents thought.
Yeah.
And come to find out, they owned a fucking bar. And like once I found this out, I was like, holy shit, that's where you're performing it, right?
Yeah.
And then they went to prison after some time or whatever the hell because they were doing tax
They had a
evasion.
good thing going for a minute.
Straight up. So that's bananas. I was gonna ask you about this shit. I was like, no way. Like, I was like, hell yeah, this is like the perfect freaking time to fucking ask all these crazy ass
We're gonna
questions.
confront him on camera. Then he has to ask.
Were you involved in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tax fraud?
No, I never got $1 from that shit. I performed for free.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So all that money they didn't pay taxes on. They probably sent me a W-2 and shit.
That's fucking wild.
Shit. But yeah, no, and yeah, so after that 2007 shit, I moved away. I kind of just dropped everything. Like I was on a nice trajectory there. I don't know what would have happened had I stayed, but I had kids and I had to get a real job and all this other shit. So
Yeah.
you know, life gets in the way.
When you talk about that a bit on This Is 40,
Yes.
and what is that called? 3 verses?
Yeah, it's 3 verses. Message to my kids. I actually
Awesome
put
song.
them. They're the only kids who got their name on Apple Music right now because it features them because they all have a little part
Oh,
of it.
sick.
Oh shit.
Do they know that?
Yeah, but
They
they
feel a little
don't think
famous
it's that
'cause of that?
fucking cool.
No.
No, they're just like, yeah, cool, Dad, that was good. So I'm like, fuck, I poured my heart out in this shit. Like, yeah, so.
Like it's supposed to mean everything to you, and it's nothing.
Yeah, but that's what at the end of that song, I'm just like, yo, when I'm fucking dead, you can listen to this shit.
Right.
They will appreciate it when you're older.
I thought that was really cool to end it like that, and what an appropriate song for the album, for just the name alone. Like, This Is 40.
Yeah.
That's what 40 is. You have a family, you love them,
Yeah.
you put them first, and I think it's amazing that you're balancing that with still your passion.
Yeah, I
you
try
know?
to do a lot of storytelling type shit and like shit that I'm trying to relate to my fucking age group, my demographic and shit, and so that's also because like I'm a 43-year-old rapper out here fucking thinking I'm real cool and shit, and no one can say, hey, you're fucking old because I just put out an album saying I'm fucking old. So
Yeah, man.
so say something else, bitch.
Gotta beat him.
Yeah.
Wait, so speaking about storytelling, so in one line, I don't know if you're gonna remember this. He said, "To knock me off this beat, you'd have to shoot me, but I shoot first, just like Call of Duty."
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? What album is that from?
That is from my, I would say, first album that I released digitally, which is called Resin Land.
Yes.
And the contrast between that album and this third album is like he was mentioning before we recorded like how I've grown. But yeah, but that's actually one of my favorite songs on there, man. That's a good shit. Yeah, I talk about other foul shit in that song.
Oh yeah.
What a good question.
Yeah, what song was that called? Sick With It.
Yeah.
Sick With It. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
the exact name of that song.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's the only album I was able to find on SoundCloud that you have like. put
Yeah,
out
man,
there
I
like that.
kind of like.
I mean, nobody puts shit on SoundCloud, but I always find
I
like
need
the
a social
craziest
media
shit.
guy.
I find the craziest shit on SoundCloud. Like people like that first started out, put out their first album. It's always on SoundCloud. So that's why I always like love SoundCloud. But like I was like, oh, what, like I want to like dig up like the old shit, like see what I can find. And that's the one thing that I found is Resin Land. And I like listened to all those damn songs. I was literally upstairs working lunch. Listen like on a Bluetooth speaker, listen to all this, and like everyone's like, "Who the hell is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is Resonomics." You guys, I don't know if you guys know Ogden rappers, but like I'm listening to one of them right now. This is an old ass album.
Yeah. So those songs were written like years before I put that shit out.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like This Is 40, I banged out quick, and then like my middle album, Resonation, was done over like 10 years, and like right before the pandemic, I'm like, I gotta put this fucking shit out. So I fucking
That's a
grinded
great
on
album.
that shit. And,
Hell yeah.
But when it comes to This Is 40, it's the storytelling, it's the heartfelt shit, it's the grown up shit. But like all the singles I drop are more like trying to display rap skills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So, like as opposed to like.
Like I was really impressed with Junction City.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good story too, man.
It's an awesome story, and what I like about it, like I've heard people make other like Ogden anthems,
Yeah.
same type of format, same everything, but it speaks on the darker side of Ogden.
Yeah.
Yours is talking about starting businesses and
Yeah.
how fucking much you can thrive in it. And I'm like, dude, I don't even think I've heard a curse word in this. I'm like,
No,
why is
there's
this on the
there's
fucking radio?
No, that is
it's brilliant,
for the
bro.
fuck. Okay, so I'm trying to have the mayor put this shit on the.
That's what I was
goddamn-
thinking. I was like, who wouldn't get
Commercials,
behind
dog,
it?
like-
Who wouldn't get behind
Yeah.
that?
And you know what else I did? I tried to name every fucking single thing Ogden-ish that no one could make another song about it without copying.
Yeah, exactly.
I tried to corner the market in Ogden songs.
So-
We stay laced and driven to say it's the place where it pays to live in. I love that wordplay there.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like,
right.
fuck yeah, dude.
Without saying, check
Say
out
it's
the
the
Ogden
place where it
sign.
pays to live
Yeah,
in.
without saying it.
I
Yeah,
refer
yeah,
to it. I refer to everything on that.
I like the way that's said.
Thanks, man.
The place
Thank
where
you.
it pays.
Fucking thank you, man.
Yeah,
That's
I say
all.
it's the place that it
That's
pays
all I
to live
want
in.
is someone to say your line's fucking tight.
Yeah, it was sick.
Wait. So speaking of like the Ogden anthems, like which ones have you heard? So I've heard Modern Aztecs is probably one of my favorite ones. It's Ogden City Done. Have you heard that one?
No, I need to.
So that one's like an actual West Coast. It even uses a talk box. I don't even know if Modern Aztecs is still around. And then you do one.
I do one.
You do one.
I do one.
That one's Donny Osmond because
We-
Donny Osmond's from here. That
Yeah.
one's
Hell yeah.
hilarious.
Thank you.
We actually
Yeah,
just
yeah.
we actually
No,
just
I've heard
wrote
that
a
shit,
new one.
yeah, for sure.
And then,
We haven't dropped it yet, but we just wrote a new one on the darker side of Ogden.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was impressed with yours. I'm like, look at that. Like,
Yeah,
it
look at
is
how
a great
positive
place.
it is.
You're not supposed to say
And I'm like, is this what 40 is? Like, you know, like you care about the community?
Yeah, yo,
What
hey,
about the community?
so actually, because I did it that way, and because I didn't swear, it is actually, I'm gonna go and announce a theme song on a podcast that my man Ron Pimpin is doing. It's Ogden. What the fuck is the name? Ogden. I love this place. Or I don't know what it. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, Ron. But anyway, it's the intro and the outro on it, and he was just like, "Yeah, I just love that it doesn't swear and everything else." I was like, "That's why I did it, man."
Yeah,
But,
it's awesome.
But speaking on the dark side, okay, I do have an Ogden song that is all dark side. Like talk about like late night when you're walking through the avenues, picture someone grabbing you just short of stabbing you. Yeah, there's like chances are they won't kill you, but they will pill you for your drugs and cheddar. They'll use guns, whatever. So anyway, Yeah. Anyway, like, so I didn't release
Sounds like
that
home.
one. Like, I mean, maybe I should just like balance the yin and yang on that.
Just really confuse everybody.
Yeah, I'd be like, damn, bro, this guy.
So I got to put real quick. So back in the day, I don't remember what the show was, but it was on a local channel.
Oh.
And you did the song for the guy. He used to pop people in the nose
Yeah,
with his
rest in
microphone
peace,
and shit.
Wag, man. My
Yeah,
man,
that's
he
crazy,
passed away.
bro.
It was crowd surfing with Vince and Wag.
Yeah.
It was a cable access and shit. Like, and so that song with the beat, I rewrote it for their song because it's the originals talk. It's on Resin Land. It's the fuck song. It's talking about banging chicks and shit. So I rewrote it for. It's like it's time to start the show or some shit. It was but it used to say you the one I'd like to get to know. Is the original word.
I think we're out of space. Let's see if it keeps going. All right. Keep going. All right.
Take two.
All right, yeah.
Take
so,
I'm solid over here.
All right.
But yeah,
Are you in this though? Like,
No, it's all good. I'm taking all the
yeah, we
Wow.
all in this. Oh yeah, we ain't in this.
Extra
There he is.
something
He
there.
is in this. Okay, yeah, we get closer, man. Let's bring-
I'm behind the stop
we
button.
want Opie Taylor's mug in this shit for sure. But yeah, okay, yeah.
So yeah, that was
There's some good ass questions going right now.
Yeah.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
So I noticed on what you posted on YouTube of your last CD release party. That was a fucking hell of a crowd, bro.
Oh, the Lighthouse show.
Like,
yes.
I know where your beginnings were, because I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, man,
And
that
it was,
shit.
like, that's a trial through fire, you know? Like,
Dude, I was nervous, bro.
If you couldn't...
I was gonna
Well, like,
turn
you
out-
had to have loved to perform and love rap music to have gotten through those days. There was no music scene in Utah.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it was hard.
To just
like,
not
what
quit.
got you, how'd you get to that point, dude? Just longevity, just keeping the grind going, or what?
Well, so I had a whole new game plan this time around. So I released that album that took me 10 years, and then I was building a studio, and I wrote all of This Is 40 before I even had a place to record it. So I have my little studio now. But anyway, I as I was recording it, I was still working on other shit. So what I'm doing now is just keep grinding, keep moving, keep fucking dropping music. So like literally did a show last night, doing a podcast today. I got a single coming out tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah.
And we got a show coming up in September 23rd. I don't know if this is going to air before that, but September 23rd at the Lighthouse. We're doing it again, Junction City Hip Hop and R&B Showcase, hosted by none other than fucking Uncle Opie for sure. Because because I hosted it last time and I was stressed out from the beginning of that shit. I ain't gonna try to run a show and then perform for an hour at the end. So
Got to put that stress on someone else.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cool.
I just had to hand him a bag of cash and it made it happen, man. So,
20 million.
Yeah,
That's
20
my
fucking
minimum.
that's a small price to pay. So yeah, man. So I just keep moving, man. I'm trying to think out of the box. Like I drop ringtones and shit. For
Awesome.
Christ's sake.
That's
like, you know what I
awesome.
mean? Like,
Seriously.
yeah, I don't know anyone who's got ringtones on Apple Music.
No, that's a good market to get
So
into.
yeah, and then I was, anyway, I just keep banging it out. So I did quit for a minute though, like you said. The last show I had done in 2014 was yours out. What was that dive bar out in fucking?
Dog Pound, man.
Yeah.
Salt
Yo,
Lake,
and then
Salt Lake.
I like fucked up. First line, I'm like, and then oh god, and then I cleared the fucking room, and then I was like, let me try doing this cover, and then all I had was a couple chicks over by the bar, kind of just like shaking their ass. I'm like, okay, got it. I'm like, cut the next.
So
one.
the dog pound was
Yeah.
small, wasn't it? Like
It
so,
was-
like you took me there once. What's it called now? It's
It's Touche Tavern. It's
Touche Tavern.
Yeah, it's a LGBTQ plus proud bar now.
Yeah.
Nice.
They don't want us there.
Well, yeah, man.
Not that I have anything, they hate us. We don't hate them.
But yeah, after
Get
that,
that
I took a
clear.
hiatus, man, and for a good 5 years, I didn't even really write nothing and shit. And then
Yeah.
finally, I was like itching to do that shit. And that's how this 40 fucking spewed out of me because I hadn't written shit in so long, and it was just like one after another coming out. So
How was that, like, is that therapeutic to you to go back to that? Did it seem like something was missing for that 5 years, or were you just
yeah, you
busy
know what?
grinding?
I was like, what was I doing? I had a couple of Land Rovers that I always fucking needed fixed and shit. So I was like in the garage changing shit, and I was doing. I was camping. I was just getting fucked up, drinking and shit. So, which I'm trying to slow down on.
For sure.
This is
Oh, yeah, no
40.
shit. This is 40. Wow, I'm not 40 yet.
Yeah. So no, I know, right?
What's your most recent blood sugar level?
Yeah. Yo, no, that's.
I wish we would have started off the interview
That's
that
my
way.
cholesterol that I need to fucking put in check.
Oh gosh.
Well, even speaking of like back in the day stuff, did you ever write music with Georgie or anything like that?
I certainly did. We have a couple. I have a song. One of my singles, "The Awakening." Georgie's on it. I got
Is
him
this
to.
the same George Life?
No.
Different George?
Boop.
George
Pop.
Boop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, George Boop.
Shout out the Boop. Huh?
Yeah, Georgie. I got a phone call scheduled with him
Oh, really?
Monday.
Yeah.
Video phone call scheduled with him
He's
Monday.
in prison.
Yeah, shouts out to Georgie B. He'd be like, Joe, sent me a care package. I still need to do that too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Glad we brought that up.
It's on camera now.
No, I love them. They're all cool.
Hell yeah.
I mean, even Asian was rapping, wasn't he?
No, he did the intro on that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there we
so
go,
but
yeah.
like I got him in the booth, drunk, and he's just like, we're taking asses, taking names, and all this shit, and yeah. So check out The Awakening. You'll hear Asian and Boop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you dropping tomorrow?
Tomorrow is I kind of I've been on a different. I diverged off my rap route, and I did a couple EDM songs that fucking just blew my Spotify monthly listeners out of the water, bro. I
Nice.
want to see someone with more. But no, and so I just kind of doing some different shit, and so I did my techno shit. Tech house actually is the subgenre. Tomorrow is a more mainstream poppy shit. It's called Living in the Moment. And then I got like some love song shit coming out, but I best believe at the end of this year I'll be back on my fucking gangster shit.
Hell
So,
Back on the gangs.
yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's a cool little song. It's my attempt to fucking do a radio song, because like usually I do songs I don't give a fuck who wants to hear it. But no, so this is just kind of like,
Gotta clean it up once.
this is my ticket to the big time, dog.
Fuck, it could be if we had DJs who would spin local shit here.
Right.
Yeah.
A bunch of hate.
Absolutely.
Like, especially when you're coming out with something like Junction City. It doesn't swear, it is promoting goodness in the city.
Yeah,
like, I would think
exactly.
that would be all over the place. And
Exactly.
it
Well,
might
you
end up being, man.
You
It's
got
a
an
good
article in
song.
City Weekly off that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
But no,
I
you're
did.
absolutely right. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
I got shout out to Emily who works out there. Emily Loves Vinyl on Instagram. She lives in Salt Lake, but she's from Ogden, and she loves Ogden. She loves the fucking music scene out here. So she shot me into I got into an interview like, what was the questions? I don't know. You could check it in the City Weekly music edition.
It's in there.
Yeah, local music issue. Basically, what it's like to create music and shit. And the analogy I used is like, after you make a song, it's like after you mow your lawn and you look back at it like, yeah, goddamn, look at that shit. That's the feeling I get when I make music and shit. So.
Because you're 40.
Yeah, 43 actually. I'm gonna have to do the Adele thing and name my albums after my age.
Yeah. Just keep going. Hell yeah. All right. Anybody got anything
You got
else?
any more questions on that?
Well, I
Stupid
mean,
motherfucker shit?
all right,
I got a lot
let's
more to
see.
say.
I mean, you got a lot more to say. You like, I'm looking at my fucking notes.
Yeah,
What's next?
Well, actually, what is next for you? Because you said you got all these things coming out. Like, what is like the next 10 years look for you?
Good question. So let's go with the next 2024. Everything I'm working on now is for 2024. So I got it to where I can just constantly drop shit.
Yeah.
Whether people want to hear it or not, my face keeps getting put in your face.
Hell yeah.
It's like when people try to show you pictures of the kids, like, check this out, man. So there's that. 2024, 3 potential albums. My next album is going to be called Feature Presentation, where it's all just features.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so and then the album after that, my next solo album is kind of a concept thing. I'm gonna do a storytelling shit like Good Kid, Mad City, but that's kind of still on the back burner. But so anyway, features presentation. I have an album finished in the mastering stages that I did with my engineer who lives in South Carolina. Shout out to Busy Bee Productions. I met him through the 311 community. We met on it, so I used to follow them fuckers like it was
That's dope.
like a goddamn groupie.
Like
and
actual
shit.
311?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, no
like,
way.
yeah,
That's
the cruises, the 311 day. We got a big old group of people.
So do
and
you know
shit.
Jim?
Jim?
Our old term manager for 311? Jim Carosio?
No, but I've met Adam Raspler and Peter Raspler and fucking
yeah.
management and shit. Yeah, but anyway, so we have an album coming out. It's pretty much done. So that'll be 2024 shit. And the song I'm doing, this love song shit with, her name's Abby, and she lives in Kentucky or Tennessee or some fucking shit. Anyway, my cousin told me, and then we did a song together. So I really want to do an album with her because she has an amazing singing voice and shit. So
Sick.
yeah, that's what. But in the next 10 years, okay, so I'm not just gonna be a 50. I'm not gonna drop this at 50.
Yeah.
No, so actually, I started as in named something a little video production company called Media Group, RMG, Residue Media Group. So I'm gonna venture into being like a video guy. So
Okay,
like by the time my kids graduate, there's gonna be this fucking video production studio. So they can either go fucking do what they want, or they can like get into that. So that's kind of
family biz.
That's I'm trying to make some moves so I have something else going on besides working for the fucking railroad, which is the goddamn the hours of that shit is just ridiculous. Everybody's just like you fucking sleeping all the time, like
Yeah, of course.
Why would I not?
So, but I mean, it pays the bills. It's a good job. I just want something else to supplement that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So that's the future for me, man.
Man, we're rapping forever. Shit.
Yeah.
You're up to a good start because that live footage of your CD release party was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You should check it out. I made a whole music video out of that shit. So that's kind of, and I released some live versions of that song onto DSPs, Apple Music and shit. So I have live versions of the song, and then that's the actual live version I used for the video.
So speaking of what's the album you were just talking about on the feature presentation?
Yeah, feature presentation.
I noticed you do a lot of features with local artists.
Yeah.
And that's a really cool thing to put other people on. I was wondering if that's kind of what happened when you were starting out, is if some people who were already kind of ahead of you put you on some
You know
things.
what? Nobody fucking asked me to get on their song ever. I'm on like 2 features, dog. Like, come on, Ogden, let's work together.
Right.
I'll put you on a song.
I swear to
I
God,
need
I'm
to put something
cool.
out.
Yeah, Zach. Look, I got Zach, Opie Taylor, and Mr. Reed from back in the day. Let's all do some, about to get into it. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm on a couple things, and I have a lot of unreleased shit. Like, I don't know if that should be an album too, like Nas's Lost Tapes type shit, but
Oh, why don't you do it?
yeah, I don't know. And I wanted to call it ones and zeros because it's just data fucking collecting dust
like
on
that.
goddamn.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
As a producer, I have so many
Yeah,
files
ones
that are
and
just
zeros, bro.
unfinished.
There's all this fucking data just
Oh,
chilling.
man.
Yeah.
I've thought before about writing, even if it's one bar in a rap, doing it in ones and zeros, and actually having it spell
Just
out
some
loud.
binary.
Yeah, a
Hell
little
yeah.
binary bar.
For
All
sure.
my subtitles are in binary.
Hell yeah, looking at some Matrix shit. But yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to get on some, and it's sometimes it's pulling teeth to get people on my shit too. It's like I'll tell you, some people turn that shit around 48 hours. Here you go. Whoop.
Yep.
You know, goddamn, I love professional people, man. I
Right.
do. I'm too fucking old to deal with amateur night.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's 40. But yeah. What else you got, Mr. Reed? You was gassing me up about my fucking rhymes, bro. Like how, you was
Yeah,
gassing me
no,
up
like
about my
I
rhymes with
said,
them rhymes,
you
man.
fucking grew a lot as an MC because the original shit I was listening to was a lot more simple. Like my original shit was just a
Yeah.
little more cookie cutter, and then all of a sudden I go to the next one and the next one, and you're matching syllables. You've got rhymes within the rhymes, and it's cool. The patterns have gotten a ton better.
Yeah.
All of it, like
Well, I mean, it's
intricate.
it is contrast. I mean, comparative to knock me off this beat, you'd have to shoot me. But first, I mean, you'd have to shoot me first, just like Call of Duty. Were you playing Call of Duty?
I
back in
certainly
the day?
was. World at War was fucking big, dog, right there, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. I was fucking running fools. Then I got like this big screen TV. I'm like, I'm so excited, and I was just getting wrecked. You ever try to play that? Like seriously play? They play on monitors. I was like,
no, you play on
can't
monitors,
wait on a
it's faster.
52 inch. I was just getting fucked up. I'm like, what happened? I was going back to my bullshit LCD.
Because the frame rate is slow. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that fucked me up.
I'm curious where you got like your style from. Who were your biggest influences?
Yeah, so Tupac, man. Fucking
yeah.
Tupac and then 311, man. Like,
Hell yeah,
yeah,
makes sense.
so Nick Hexum with 311 and then Tupac. And like when I was first writing shit, I was like doing it just like Tupac. And then that's one of the first things I noticed. He would end a sentence with a rhyme and then begin the next sentence with
Yes.
something that
Segue,
rhymed with that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how he'd segue to the next line. Because segue into your next line is like kind of where you gotta like,
Yeah.
okay, I got one line. How do I? You could do it like
Right.
the '80s. just keep writing the last word.
Yeah.
With the last word.
Go with Millie
the last
Mel.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And drop some sick diss tracks. Oh yeah, he said he gonna send Eminem to bed without supper, dog.
You got a lawyer so white
Yeah.
that'll take your land.
Wait,
Oh man.
so that's actually interesting. So like, okay, like, so how do you write? Like, so when you're writing stuff down, like, so you do the one line and then you do the two lines at the end of your rhyme.
I try to rhyme every word with every single word. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that's
But
just
then
one.
you- so
but
it's
that's
like the
just
end of,
one.
like, the
that's
subject.
just one thing.
So how do you do yours? Do you do yours in like, so like I used to set it up so this is like how many like bars I have, and then all this is how many syllables or whatever. Like, I don't know how you
Yeah,
write.
here, man, I'm gonna give you just a little sample of
Oh, there we
something
go.
new and unreleased because
Yeah.
I couldn't even really tell you
Tight.
how I fucking write shit anymore.
Like,
Do
you
you,
know how
do you
many
go
bars
like?
you have.
Do you go beat first and then write to the beat,
Yeah,
or do you ever
yeah,
just
yeah.
write without it and then find a beat that fits it?
Sometimes I never write without the beat anymore. I have before. I wrote something like I was trying to appeal to the soccer moms, and it was like something like hockey practice, soccer practice, football dance, something like. It doesn't matter how big that ass get and just fit it in the pants or something. I don't know. You know, soccer mom shit. Like, let's get into it. But, alright, so here's one of my more intricate shits. This caddy here is a classic. I'm so enthusiastic. The shift be automatic while I'm dipping off in traffic. Rolling 6 deep in the HOV crazy. I'm owning that shit like my name was fucking Jay-Z. So like a double entendre, the HOV lane.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm owning
Beautiful.
HOV. I'm in that HOV lane. I'm owning this shit like my name's fucking Jay-Z.
And that right there shows how far it's fucking come, dude.
Yeah,
Like that
straight
was
up.
great double on top.
And then y'all from Ogden, do you remember KOOG?
Yeah.
Okay, so I refer to that shit. So I'm an OGD motherfucking OG, and I KOOGs ever since way back in the black and white days of KOOG. So OGD, OG. KOOGs, KOOG. Like, I try to. Anyway, sometimes I don't know. Motherfuckers ain't gonna understand my shit. So they gotta bring a dictionary. Though.
That's a trip though. It's a trip when even one motherfucker does though.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they-
that's
you
all I
just-
want.
yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking want. Someone understand me. Just understand me, man.
I get
You
that.
start doing rap long enough, you start speaking in code.
Yeah,
You think everyone gets what you're saying?
Right.
Everybody's like, what the
right. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyway, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. What else we got, Mr. Reed? What else we got, man?
I'm tapped out. Like, this is.
Young Zach.
Yeah.
Opie Taylor, what
Those
you
are
got?
great questions. Oh, I got a surprise at the end. That's,
Oh,
that's
Yeah, that's right.
What is it?
Well, so
Nobody knows what's going on.
What's gonna happen, man?
Such a
All right,
surprise.
should we move on to that then?
You guys want to
Yeah,
do that?
man. I want to
Yeah,
thank I want to thank all y'all for putting me on and gassing me up and all that other shit, man. And Opie Taylor, Zach, Mr. Reed, Mr. Steve, 5150. Shit,
Man,
I
I
like
just
all
want
your
to say
names.
like how
All your
fucking
names.
I'm proud of you,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Thank you.
To see you
man.
still sticking with
Thank
it. And,
you. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta have a lot of names. I'm paranoid, man. I gotta.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Like, is that him or no? It couldn't
You
be.
gotta keep that's the
Yeah, no, when I was in jail, they're like, "Are you resin?" I'm like, "No, I'm Jesse."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like, no. And then people looking at me from the other block, like, "This that motherfucker right there. He was fucking a bitch." So I got like, no one wants some of that. Is
They
that
go-
resin? No.
Got a familiar face, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody asks me that. Who's this
No,
resin
bro.
guy?
They go, "What's your name, Opie?" And I go, "Depends who I owe you money."
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, may I ask who's speaking?
Like all these redheads in Ogden, we all look
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
same, man.
Oh shit. So anyway, surprise is Obi gonna bring Robitussin, dog. We gonna take his shots. Yeah.
You're talking to fucking God.
All right, man.
All right,
Cool. All right.
What's
Thanks,
up?
man.
Let's get it set
Do you
up.
need help with that shit?
Fun.
And grab stuff?
All right,
Fun. I swear to God, your next interviews better be this goddamn good.
Oh, they're gonna be.